Hi, I'm very excited to share that I have launched a new tool on my website. It's called the China Dispute Cost Estimator. Over the years, I have received the same question from overseas companies again and again. If I start a litigation on arbitration in China, how much should I budget? Unfortunately, it's not a simple answer. It depends on several factors. So I decided to build this tool that gives a practical starting point before they make decisions. This tool is not a quotation and it does not replace legal advice. Its purpose is to help you understand the possible cost and build a realistic budget before you move forward. Today, I'd like to show you exactly how it works. So first of all, let's get onto my website. It's onelead.com. So this is my website, and you can see the website has several pages: the home page, the profile, the service, the Why Me page. And this is the cost estimator I'm talking about. It is called the China Dispute Cost Estimator. It is a preliminary estimate of the cost based on the amount in dispute and your procedural choices. So on the left column, you can see the case information. So there are several things you need to input. First of all is the amount in dispute. This is the currency. You can choose US dollars, euros, the pound, and Chinese yuan. Let's say you have a case worth 10 million and your case is litigation, and you choose the property preservation. Let's go apply for preservation. So the property preservation is a procedure that you can apply to the court to freeze the assets of the opposing party during the court proceeding and the arbitration proceeding. This is to ensure the enforcement in the future if you have a favorable award. So let's go. And then on the right column, you will see the outcome. If you choose a currency other than the RMB, the amount in dispute will be automatically converted to the RMB at the exchange rate at that day, and the estimation will be made on the basis of RMB, and it will also be converted to the currency you choose. So the result shows that the estimated total is 299,862.22 plus other expenses. And also you can choose arbitration here, and it shows the arbitral institution. You can select the arbitral institution. These are the 5 major arbitration institutions in China, and also you could choose the fee schedule, whether it's a domestic cases, foreign related cases, or financial disputes before CATEC in Beijing Arbitration Commission. So the mechanism is the same. The result will automatically show on the right column, and you could choose the euro. So let's take the litigation, for example. There are several items. The first section shows the estimated legal fees. The legal fees are usually the most flexible part of the overall budget. The estimator provides several reference points. First, it shows an estimated fixed fee range based on a former legal fee guideline issued in Beijing. Although this guideline is no longer in force, many lawyers and clients still use it as a practical benchmark. Second, where a fee arrangement combines a fixed fee with a success-based fee, the estimator also shows the reference ceiling of this arrangement. But please remember that these figures are only benchmarks. Every dispute is different. The final legal fee depends on many factors, including the complexity of the case, the amount of the evidence, the legal issues involved, the expected workload, and the overall litigation or arbitration strategy. For that reason, legal fees are normally the most flexible part of the overall budget. The final ones may be higher, may be lower. And the second part covers official fees. This includes the court filing fees or arbitration institution fees. Unlike legal fees, these charges are generally determined according to the official fee schedules published by the court or the arbitration institution, and are usually calculated based on the amount in dispute. If you decide to apply for property preservation, the court charges a preservation application fee, which is calculated according to the value of the assets to be preserved, although the court fee itself is currently capped at RMB 5,000, equivalent to around $730 right now. The court will also require the claimant to provide security in case the preservation application later causes wrongful loss to the other party. This security is often provided through an insurance policy. For the purpose of this estimator, I've temporarily assumed an insurance premium of approximately 0.1% of the amount to be preserved. The actual premium may vary depending on the insurer, the nature of the dispute, and the amount involved. This estimator also reminds you of other costs that may arise during the case. First of all, this estimate does not cover the appeal, the retrial, the enforcement, and the related proceedings. And for foreign companies, there are other possible expenses like the notarization or apostille of the corporate documents, the authorization documents, the evidence, not to mention the translation of the documents in foreign language into Chinese, the expert appraisal fees, audit fees, and other professional expenses where technical or financial issues are involved. But not every dispute will require all of these expenses. They depend entirely on the facts and legal issues of the individual case. One final point is worth mentioning. Some of these costs may ultimately be recoverable from the losing party. Whether that happens depends on many factors, including whether the dispute is before the court or the arbitration tribunal, the applicable procedure rules, the terms of your contract, and the final decision of the court or tribunal. However, in almost every case, the claimant must pay this cost upfront before seeking reimbursement later. That is why budgeting is so important before you start proceeding. So, if you would like a quick estimate, you are welcome to use the tool on my website. And if you already have a specific case and you would like a tailored assessment, you can go to the right up corner of the website, click the Talk to Wan Li. You will see my contact information, my email address, my LinkedIn, WeChat, WhatsApp. You can either send me a message here at my LinkedIn, WeChat, or WhatsApp, or DM me. So feel free to reach out if you have a case to discuss. In cross-border disputes, the biggest cost is often making the wrong decision before it even begins. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.